Good evening. It's the Friday night takeaway with me, Mr B, my right hand man, TalkMU.
Yes.
And tonight, the discussion is homework. Evening talk. How you doing? How's your Friday night treating you, mate? Big man.
Yeah, good, bro. Oh, good. Just chilling.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, man.
I know we got West Ham tomorrow, but
Mm.
the leaks keep continuing. They keep continuing. Every day there's something else. Today, the latest
Mm.
in the long list of moans and gripes, it's homeworks interfering with their home life.
I'm waiting for you to say that because it's like, do you know what? I'm laughing, but do you know what? Really, the Mr. B, do you know what? This is, in my opinion, I look at this and think, whoa, hold on a second. This is, I think this is big. It's a big thing. It's a big deal because, at the end of the day, what does it tell you? Once they've come out now and started moaning about having to do things at home and they're saying, oh, it's interfering with the home, what they're doing at home, then obviously it means it's interfering with their, when we were talking about going home playing FIFA, talking to friends and blah, 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 whatever. They don't want to break the habits that they've got now, which have led them to absolutely fuck all. Their habits have led us to nothing. Average, that's what it's led us to. So now that they are now being asked and told, to go home and watch these clips. And this, we talked about this like ages ago, about learning things in training, going home and absorbing it and making sense of it at home. These are the kind of things that we would expect as a professional footballer, because that's what you have to do as a professional footballer. You don't just like turn off once training is finished, go home and then just, forget all about it. Don't work like that. You have to go home and consider what you've learned, think about it, make sense of it, apply it to your game, apply it to your regimes, apply it to your diet, apply it to your sleeping patterns, everything else that is required. So if they're coming out now and saying that they're not happy, then that's a huge that. And I did say as well, I've been saying it for months and months and months that there is a mentality issue. I had people telling me it wasn't, and I'm like, no, what it is though? Of course it is, and quite clearly it is, because if their mentality right now is for them to say, oh, I don't want to be doing homework, it's interfering because I ain't got time now to go and play FIFA with whoever, or do this or play that or do whatever, go shopping, whatever. Well, I'm sorry, but if you want to be a winner, I'm sorry, you have to do what you're told by the manager. If you don't trust what the manager's telling you, right? If you don't trust what the manager's telling you as a team, that's a different issue. You know what I mean? That is a totally different issue. But if you want to be a winner, you have to listen to these guys, these managers who've come in, who've got great ideas, like Ralph Rangnick. We know he knows what he's talking about. And if you apply yourself in the ways that he's asking you to, you're going to give yourself a better chance of being successful. That,
Okay. So I'm gonna put it just slightly a different way. I mean, Bath Times come up here with I sympathize a little with them as it impacts on things like picking up the kids and stuff. Well, I'm going to assume homework can be done at any time.
Exactly.
We're calling it homework, but it's not really homework. It's research. It's tactical awareness. It's rules from the manager for the next game. But the philosophy of, is it now a thing where these players don't look at it as a job?
Well, I mean, yeah, I think they do look at it as a job, because that's exactly what it is. However, like I say, it's a mindset. It's about what is, because you do an action, okay, you're asking me to do this, but what is the outcome if I apply these things you're asking me to apply? What's the reward for that? And as I said, we haven't had any reward as a club. We've done absolutely nothing. But now when this kind of thing comes out, that this is the kind of attitude that we've got, then that's the reason why. But like I said before, you have to listen to these people like Pep Guardiola. We've said it before about him. and Jurgen Klopp, how long can they keep this style of football up? Because it takes such intense training, such intense lifestyle, so many rules. You have to do what you're told to do if you want to be a winner. If you know, I mean, like I've said before, football hasn't really changed, because it hasn't. Football has not really changed at all, really. It's the personnel that have changed, the ability of, not just physically but mentally as well, of the individuals who play the sport, i.e. the players. So if you want to keep up with that, because look, you go back to the 80s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s, when it was still the drinking culture and still someone smoking, different then. But now, you know what? No, it's about life. It's about healthy lifestyles, fitness regimes, and blah 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 blah.
Well, I mean,
go on.
the lifestyle part of it, I think they've embraced. The fitness part of it, I think they've embraced. Do you think that it? See, I'm looking at them being. I'm not sure what the word is. I mean, I would have thought that they would have had something to do at home from the club. This was just my assumption. Whether it was fitness, whether it was certain times of the day you do this or you do that. So the fact that they weren't given homework to do is a bit of a surprise to me, because I thought that's something that would have been done. No,
Mr B, as a professional footballer, if you want to do well, you go home, even at youth level. When you're playing at youth level, these are things that are taught to you. If you want to be the best you can be, and you want to keep standing out and making improvements in your game, in your abilities, not just technically, but also in the mental capacity, in reading the game, understanding any positions that you may be asked to play. Like I said many times, you take what you learn in training home with you, and you make sense of it. You think about what has been going on. You think about what happened in training or in the practice games, the 5-a-sides, the 9-a-sides, whatever it is you've been playing in training. You use it all and you put it all together and make a mental picture of it. And then when you're getting pulled up, look, listen, for example, some of the earlier things that you're told as a player, for example, a midfield player, you don't ever want to be receiving the ball when you're back facing your own goal as a midfield player, just for example. This is schoolboy stuff, that kind of thing. And then when it's explained to you why, you understand, because you're not in any position to make a forward pass with your back to the opponent's goal. You have to take a touch, then try and turn. You can't do that, as we've said many times. So that's just an example. So, these are simple things. But like I said, if you take all these little instructions and little pieces of advice home with you and work it through in your brain, think about it, even drawing diagrams. Obviously we're going back now, before computers. Well, look, Mr. B, this is what you had to do. Yeah, let me tell you. Before computers, right, when you didn't have access to computers because of financials, whatever, you draw diagrams and you go, okay, well, make sense of it. Make sense of where do I, if I'm playing in this position, I got told X and Y in training. You keep doing this, don't do that. I want you to do this instead. You always got to ask why and understand it. Because if you don't, and it's not as if they're being sent home, with a jigsaw puzzle and saying, right, I want you to go home and work on doing this jigsaw puzzle. And then when they turn up to training and go, right, boss, I think I've figured out the bottom left corner of this puzzle. And then they go, yeah, but that's not actually the puzzle that we're going to be doing. It's this one. I mean, it's not like he's going to change anything up. It's all relevant to exactly what he's doing for us to try and make us successful and more competitive, and be what they all want to be. Because let me ask you this. You ask any of those players personally, in confidence, if you was a friend, family member, or whatever, and you ask them, do you really want to be a winner? They're going to say, of course I do. Yeah, I want it bad.
Yeah, but but again, is it who's giving them the instruction? Because one of the comments in here, Bath Times got up here, is just saying that basically is it because he hasn't won anything and he doesn't have any authority why they're not saying that? But Jose won things. Jose came in with, you know, a real. He came in with the straight up Jose. So it's, you know, I just believe that is it the younger players again? Is it the younger players?
Well, Mr. B, I'll use one word from what Baftam said there. I'll use one word, and that's trust. You have to trust in that person who is your boss, who is the coach, manager, whatever you want to call him, and his team. You have to trust them. If you don't trust them, then you know what are you even doing? Turning up to training and then putting yourself forward to play in the first team, like the rumours were with Martial saying, I don't want to play for the club, whatever. Right? If you do not trust these guys, you've got to speak up and say, I don't trust them. Don't just go through the motions and go out on the pitch and then be like, bollocks. No, we don't want that. That's not what we want at Manchester United. I'd rather players be honest and say, no, I don't trust what this guy's saying. He's not won anything, if that's your opinion, you know. But I don't think they would take that kind of, I think that'd be very ultra unprofessional. I don't think they would take that approach. I think, you know, that they do understand that Ralph is a great, how should we say, professor of the game. You know, he's like a physicist of football. He understands, he understands, you know, the ideas that he's got in terms of the press, etc., and formations. He knows individually how each formation is supposed to work in terms of what you're supposed to do in certain positions, etc. So, you know, they know that as players. Sure, of course they know that. But again, like I said, it's down to trust, and it's also down to desire and willingness to be brave enough to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to put into practice what you're asking me to, and then I'm going to go out on the field, and then we're going to put it into practice as a team, and we'll see what the result is. If it doesn't work straight away, and it don't work out for you, you don't win or whatever, so what? Big deal. Keep going, keep trying it. But again, that's the desire and the hunger part. If you haven't got the desire or the hunger, you will not keep going and keep going and keep going. I know from my point of view, in my personal life, like with my business, what I do, I'm self-employed, right? It was hard for me at the start because there were so many other people like doing what I wanted to do, but I knew I was better than the most people. So I was like, no, I ain't going to give up. And I had the desire and the hunger. And eventually it won through because I kept going and I kept learning. And the same applies to anything in your life, whatever it is you're doing. You have to have the desire and the hunger to do it. Simple as that.
Okay. Hunger and desire. Do you think that they're happier playing the formation that they're playing now? Why I say hunger and desire, because when he came in, he had this authoritarian. He's playing 4-2-2-2. We're talking about Ranić now. He then went to 4-2-3-1, which we had seen under Oli and Jose on more than 100 occasions, seeing that it didn't work. He's now moved to a 4-3-3, albeit only 2 games. The players that we have, I think, is better for us in a 4-3-3. Do you think the players are happier in a 4-3-3? Do you think 4-3-3 is here to stay for the rest of the season?
It's a possibility, but I wouldn't rule out more changes if it's necessary. But I mean, look, when you think about it from the player's point of view, you're playing in that team. You're consistently looking at two kind of, as we say, the double pivot. I don't like using that term, but I will. You know, you look at that. It's not, we're not using a one, to free up and to give more to the attack. So we're always using a one number 10. And then also, we have been playing players in positions where you sort of question. Even Ralph has done it himself. We've questioned Ralph ourselves as fans, saying, "Wait a minute, why are you playing Greenwood? In the number 10 role in a two number 10s. You're trying to play Greenwood as a number 10. He's a striker. We've had all these questions answered by the results. So, and the thing is that Ralph has learned quickly, and like I've said to you before, I don't know when it was, maybe last night, yesterday, whenever. or it might have been Matt I was talking to actually about it, that they understand already the 4-2-3-1. They understand the 4-3-3, because they played that under Ollie so many times. First, when Ollie came in and started getting the success, then he switched it to the 4-2. And so for me, I just think, I don't know if it's such a big deal from their point of view, what kind of formation they're playing in. I think it's more a case of, having the right players in the right positions, because, like I said, as a player, you see a player who's a striker playing in as a number 10, and you are a number 10. You're thinking, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. That's like me as a photographer, saying to the guy who just edits the photographs, him turning up next to me on a big job with a camera in his hand, and me going, yeah, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm a photographer today. You what? Are you mad? Do you know what I mean? All you know is to look through that little viewfinder and press the button. You know what I mean? If I start asking you to expose, and I want you to expose for the light behind, pull focus, and pop the flash on the face so it makes up, stand out, bush, bang, like a wedding shot, you're not going to have a clue what I'm talking about. You're not going to be able to do it. So, It's the same thing. I wouldn't have trust in him. That's what I'm getting at. I just wouldn't have trust in him. I'd be like, no, that's not going to work. So I'd feel more pressure on me having to be thinking, crap, I'm going to make sure I have to get all the money shots. If I don't get the money shots, the client's not going to be happy. So the same apply, in football. If you don't trust a player in a certain position to be helping you out, you don't, trust is not something you can just magic up out of thin air and just think, oh yeah, I'm just going to trust you and get on with it. No, it's there at the back of your mind. Simple as that.
So the trust goes two ways then, obviously, and this was my point. Are the players gonna trust Ralph to get this formation right? Because Bruno is no longer a number 10, but he's played better in that position, my opinion. McTominay's he's been well, yeah, picking up the ball. He's getting more touches on the ball. McTominay is doing McTominay stuff. But the forward players, if you're a forward or an attacking player, you don't want to have to defend too much. And I think in that formation, the forwards have to do less defending.
Yeah, but the thing is if you look at it, Mr. B, it all ties into what Ralph's approach is, which is press, because the 4-3-3 is perfect for a high press. You know what I mean? So, again, it isn't a coincidence, is it, that he's switching to he's trying different formations that allow and are built for a high press, and seeing which one suits the kind of most obvious lineup, shall we say, that he's going to go and pick. You know what I mean? So for me, he's going through the motions and he's trying things out, and I praise that. I think he's been the bravest manager we've had in a long, long time. By bringing in young players, giving them a chance, trying new things. If you try it. If it's not working, you go, I know what, I'm going to go on to the next thing and try that instead. What's that, Matata United? I never liked homework. Yeah. Also, they deserve time on Tinder. They get the stress on the pitch, then leave at dark. Now work at home too much. No, you know what I mean? Listen, it's again, like I've just said, it's quite a simple thing. It's a mindset and an attitude thing. There needs to be questions asked here from the club and the board. We need to change our direction into a club and make it clear to players before they even join. Listen, this is what you're signing up for. So read the contract, read the terms. If you're not into it, pass. We'll go to somebody else who is into it and who is going to put in the homework, shall we say, and the effort at home to understand what the manager's asking you to do. Because let me tell you this, nothing's going to change if Ten Hag comes in. I'm sure of that, because he is, I'm sure he's got a very similar approach to Ralph Rangnick. We want in the team, because if you're going to play a high energy, high pressing type of football, where you're going to try to deny the opposition any real opportunity to have time to, firstly, set the tempo, dominate possession, or create create a lot of chances, then you have to have the ability and as we say, the football brain to make that work. Because, like I say, the best exponent of it, to be fair, is Pep Guardiola. and after that, I would say, as it stands, Jurgen Klopp. But Pep's number one. You know how he gets his teams to play. It's like we say, it's all about trust. That's what I was getting at before. You know, you trust your players and your teammates. And you know, you're a lot more at ease in your position and what your responsibilities are. And we've said it before about Pep, for example, giving, you know, you get given a well, I say simple, you know, to a professional footballer, it's pretty simple set of sort of instructions, you know, to carry out on the pitch, things to be aware of, you know, and then if you stick to them and you do it correctly and you understand why you're doing it in the first, that's key, then it makes the whole thing more enjoyable as a player because you see the results of what you're doing play out in front of you.
Well, this is the point that I was getting at. I think they're seeing the fruits of, maybe they're acknowledging Ranić's training methods a little bit more now. They just seem to be all right. Two different patches. Granted, first half in one game, crap in the second half. Second half was good in one game. First half was bad. So it hasn't been the whole collective. I'm just thinking about mood. You know, if you're a happy player, I'm going to assume you play better. That was my thing about with the homework and the 4-3-3. To be honest.
Yeah, but this is this is not a one-off like target, Mr B. What we're trying to do here as a club with the players, it's not a one-off target. It's not like, and they know that themselves. You have to put yourself in their mindset, which is, you know, crap. They know exactly, because you know they've got teammates who play for like Manchester City and, you know, Liverpool. They know exactly how it works and what needs to be done, you know. And you have to look at that yourself and think, oh, you know, does that sit well with me? Because, you know, it's like I just said, it's not a one-off target. It's not like, right, this is, you do this now for this season or the rest of this season, and that's the target. And once you've hit it, that's it. You know, you can just relax and then be like, oh no, it only gets harder. It gets harder because you have to keep it up. And that's the hard part. As we know, in any whatever it is you're doing in life, you want to be the best at it. It's the hard part is keeping up, you know, to the test set to you by, you know, opposition, enemies, whatever you want to call them, you know, opposing teams. They will bring new things to the table to challenge you, and you have to be continually ready to step up and go, you know what, no, I'm going to now get better and better and better and better, so that we are always at the top of our game. But like I said, it takes a lot, and it takes a lot of sacrifices in your lifestyle. And yeah, I understand maybe some of the things that they may be losing out on, missing out on at home. Yeah, all right, pain in the ass. However, you know, we're talking about there's 24 hours in a day. How many hours do they spend at training? You know, they got a lot of time. If this is about managing your own time away from the training, away from your family, in a place where you can, like I said, go and understand what's being asked of you. Go and watch the footage back you've been asked to watch. You know, look at, it's probably, you know, their own performances, you know, and being told to just look at, like, you know, your position on the pitch, your positional play, you know, where are you in possession? Where are you out of possession? You know, so yeah,
it's homework that they don't do talk. Let's be honest.
It is. But at the end of the day, they're gonna, you know, like I said, if they want to be winners, you know, you can't be a winner by just sort of, you know, you get one genius in a team. In our case, that's Cristiano Ronaldo. The rest are not geniuses. They're not Cristiano Ronaldo. So Cristiano Ronaldo maybe doesn't need to do homework because he's proved many times he's the greatest. But everybody else, they need to do this if they want to win. But like I said,
switch up. I saw a question from 007. Evening. If we played 4-3-3, I've got a little obsession with 4-3-3 now. Who plays if Pogba's fit?
If Pogba's fit, what do you mean he plays? What, Pogba or Bruno?
Pogba. Well, why Pogba or Bruno? Why not Pogba and Bruno? I'm just asking.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. When you say who plays, I was thinking that you was asking me who plays out of those two.
No. I'm asking who you think would be playing.
Well, I pay Pogba in a 3 would be on the left. Centrally, who would you go centrally? Pogba. That's a tough one, Mr B, isn't it? I don't know. Pogba, Matic, and McTominay.
Would you play? So you wouldn't play Bruno?
I don't know.
Really?
It's a tough one because I mean,
I'm going to murder somebody. I'll be honest. I'm going Pogba, Bruno, and Pogba,
McTominay.
Bruno, and McTominay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all right. Yeah, you play Bruno then.
It was just. I saw the message come up, and I just thought, you know what, I need to find out what goes through Talk's mind because I know who I'm playing.
Yeah, but like we said before, with Bruno being that player who's been dropping deep, you want Pogba to be the one putting himself forward. We know the issues with Pogba's game in terms of speed, turn of pace, etc. For me, I would rather have Pogba being the one to play the deeper role. If you're going to play him, that's just my way of seeing it. But yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, it just came up.
We don't always have to go with the obvious. That's the thing. You don't always have to go with it's obvious that you're going to play Bruno and Pogba. But why though? You know what I mean? Not necessary. There are other options. There are other ways. This is what Ralph has actually been doing. So
trying to implement. I hear that.
So you got to trust in him, in his opinion of players, because he did say about Pogba. We have to work on his physical game and his on his technical game. So for Ralph to come out and say that about one of the what we say best midfielders in the world, yeah. What's the sort of someone that I say there?
Sorry, let me get it up here.
Pogba can fit in. He just needs to follow instruction. Right? Yeah. But the question is you know what? Listen, this is the other problem that Ralph has got here. Is who's going, who's staying? He's still got that to deal with in the back of his mind. I
think he just needs to get. I think he just needs to get through the season. Talk. I'll be honest. I don't think he needs to worry about next season yet because
he doesn't need to worry about it. No, he doesn't need to worry about next season because, like I said, he's already guaranteed going upstairs for 2 seasons, 2 years, whatever it be. So you know what? Yeah, it's fine. So his focus right now is getting the points to finish in the top 4. You know what I mean? So simplifying what he's asking them to do by switching to a 4-3-3, which they already understand, that makes sense to me because, like I said, you understand as a professional footballer that you know what the 4-3-3 position system is all about. It's pressing. It's made for pressing. Demonstrated perfectly, and actually, it came about from Brazil playing it in the 50s, the 4-3-3.
50s, bro. Please.
Yeah, 4-2-4. It started as a 4-2-4, but then they turned it into a 4-3-3.
You sound like a bondage. Good grief.
No, but that's where it's come from. So you think about how long. This is what I'm saying about football. Football's not really changed. It's just the players that have changed, the technical ability, the physical attributes, the mental understanding of the game. Because there's always room to do better and squeeze more out of positions and formations. And with the 4-3-3, you're talking, you're setting traps and all this, playing the negative space, etc. There's loads of things, could drop into a 4-1-4-1, whatever, blocking them out. There's loads of different isms with that formation. The same applies to every formation. So, it's just like it's so fluid and open. But like I said, for the team, our team especially, they understand it. They understand this 4-3-3 because they played it and been successful at it. So for me, it's our best option going to the end of the season.
So they've been playing it. They've been successful at it. And
easy for you to say.
And it's something that you've been calling for a little while. there's a little rumor that Ronaldo's not going to play tomorrow. Final topic of
Okay.
the night. So
What? Where's this from
well,
then?
well,
I've
this
not
is
seen this.
just a little bits and pieces that have been popping out for the evening. Apparently, he's got a bad neck. No jokes about him carrying. This is not bullshit.
Okay.
Lestella, welcome. Long time no see. Welcome to the chat. Bath time, we see you. 007, we see you. On Monday, we see you. Bath time, we see you. Matata United, we see you. Devils United, we see you. Mark Edmund, I think I've mentioned you already. Solo, a little bit earlier, we saw you. Dunlop, yeah. Blankenship,
Stella as well.
yeah, we see you. So you guys will keep you can keep commenting in the chat. I can see you, but obviously
I see Bath Time says I don't know if they used sweeper keepers and false lines in the 50s. Mate, I don't either. I don't know if they did that either.
We'll ask on Monday. He was watching them live.
Yeah, Monday I'll know. Yeah, on Monday watched the 1918 World Cup live, I think. Do you know what? I'm saying that because I know that Monday lives like about 300 miles away from me, so it's cool.
I'll keep my mouth shut. I'll keep my mouth shut. He lives about 7 minutes walk from me.
Yeah,
so
so Mr B.
I'll keep my mouth shut. But yeah. Sorry,
okay,
so, I forgot what I was saying.
Come on, then.
So
this Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay.
If he doesn't play, if he doesn't play tomorrow, what are you having? What are you having as a front three?
I would play Sancho on the right and move Greenwood central and then Rashford. Or Langer on the left. I'd put Greenwood up the middle.
And you're playing who on the left? Who on the right?
Sancho, if he's available. If Sancho's available, I would. But again, I don't know if he is because of the problems that he's having in his personal life at the moment. I don't know if he's going to be available, but that would be the obvious go-to for me. I don't know about you.
So if Sancho doesn't play, Sancho can't play. And you guys in the comments,
I would put Rashford on the left and then have maybe a Langer up front, give him a shot up front, and then keep Greenwood on the right.
So you would move a Langer after Langer's done what he's done on the left.
Yeah.
And
give him a shot up front.
Done what he's done.
Well,
okay.
That's something right, Mr. B. They can switch play. If you think about it, they can not switch play, but they can switch positions. Langer and Rashford between them. They can float about up there. Easy peasy. They're both used to playing on the left side and have, Rashford's had some time at playing a forward. So, and I'm sure Langer could do it. You've seen that goal he scored. It was a proper, a poacher's instinct. To get in there like he did and get that goal. Poacher's instinct. So that's what I would go with.
Rebels saying
Cavani. Is he fit though? I don't know if is he fit and available. I don't know.
He's been injured quite a bit for us,
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If he's
injured a lot for us,
I don't know if he's available. Just like Sancho. Sorry.
And Bath time saying Martial or Cavani will start at number 9.
Not Martial, no.
Is that because of is that because of his bullshitness in the middle of the week, or
partly, but mainly because he's just not played enough. What you got to you can't. Why? What you're going to drop? You're just going to drop a Langer then after he's been playing really well and scored a goal. No,
right? See,
you're not. So, he's going to be played. He's got to be played. He's earned the right to play again, so he's got to be played. Simple as that.
You see me, I'm having not moving Langer, not moving Greenwood, and playing Rashford up top.
Okay, play Rashford up front then. But either way, like I said, it works the same because they will interchange anyway. You will find one going in central and one drifting to the left. It's just that's how it's going to flow. Simple as that.
Do you think? Obviously, we're hearing, little rumors about the younger players not being able to talk to Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you think that this is their opportunity to prove themselves, if given the chance, that Cristiano's not needed in the team? Do you think that could be a way that they're thinking tomorrow? They could be thinking tomorrow.
No, look, I don't know where this has come from about they can't talk to Cristiano Ronaldo. I find that very hard to believe.
Listen. I am just the I am just the
no,
messenger.
that Mr. B. But
I am just
I can't for the life of me imagine why that would be. Whether it be they don't feel confident enough from their own point of view. I can't imagine it being a case of Cristiano being so, like, self-loving that he's going to say, no, nobody can speak to me about this. No way. I don't see that happening. He's not he's not that in love with himself. You know what I mean? No way. I think maybe a bit of fear from the younger players because of the, what Cristiano Ronaldo represents. Of course, that was always going to be it would make you nervous just being in his presence on the same pitch, in the same dressing room as Cristiano Ronaldo is going to make you nervous. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, there's an opportunity in there for the young players to go out there and try and make because all you can do as a young player, like I said, is you go out there, you make a mark, you do well, then it gives a manager then the reason. You have to give a manager, a coach, a reason to consider you. He's not just going to consider you like just for the sake of it. You have to earn the right to be considered. So playing well, learning from your mistakes in game, which is key, that will help you in your cause to become part of the first team on a regular basis.
Like Alanga's doing, following instructions.
Well, he's doing. Listen,
move, and
he's doing great. The kid.
Now he's reaping the rewards.
Yeah, and I hope, like I say, hopefully, you know what? For me, I hope he does he should start for us tomorrow, and I hope he does. And if he does well again, gets an assist or even better, a goal, scores another goal, that'll be excellent for the young man, because, like I said, he's you can't let you don't want to build a young player up by going, I'm going to give you a chance. You go out, you play your heart out, you do really well, and then all of a sudden the manager goes, right, yeah, you've done really well, but I'm dropping you.
Yeah, that's one way.
That's one way of putting a player's confidence through the fucking floor. You don't. And what's the point of that? You've spent all that time building it up to just go and slap it all the way back down to the floor. No. So Ralph won't do that, in my opinion. The only way Alanga won't be starting is if he's got any kind of injury concern. You know what I mean?
No, well, that's good. That's good management. I think the best management is knowing when it's time to quit. You guys, we have been the Friday Night Takeaway. This has been Me and Talk. We've spoken about formations. We've talked about Cristiano Ronaldo. We've talked about the youngsters not wanting to do their homework.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
get your pens out, kids.
There you go. Tomorrow, the watch along.
Yes.
I won't be there, but Talk is going to be back in the house.
Yeah, Matt.
I'll let you finish.
Yeah, it's me and Matt. Matt King from Football United TV. It's going to be me and Matt on the watch along, and we'll be going live at 2:30. So, yeah, tune in if you want to tune in and listen to me getting angry, swearing.
No, there's going to be no swearing. It's going to be all peace and love, because we're going to go out there. We are going to show the love tomorrow. We're going to win the game. We're confident. We've given our score prediction. If you don't know what it was, tune into the show that we did in the preview. Get our score predictions up. You guys also, if you like the stream, please share it. We are the Manchester United Agenda. This was the Friday Night Takeaway with me, Mr B and TalkMU, and thank you for watching. Peace out.
Ciao.